What is going on, guys? Chris here. Welcome back to another God Guide video. Today we have Hercules, another Smite 1 Vet God. Not a super amount of changes, but some very interesting ones we're going to cover here real quick in this God, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And to start off with his passive, Apotheosis, maybe mispronounced that. Hercules gains strength when enemy gods damage him, similar to Smite 1. This stacks up to 3 times, lasts 5 seconds. Additionally, hit a target with an ability, if this is what's new, gain a stack towards achieving Apotheosis, or 2 stacks from his ultimate. At 4 stacks, you become empowered. That immediately subtracts 2 seconds off from active cooldowns and provides additional strength, protections, and cleaving basic attacks. We'll show you what that means as we get farther in here. But his passive, top part's the same. You gain strength as you take damage. The bottom one, you have to get up to 4 stacks, which means obviously you're going to have to hit all of your abilities and or your ult into abilities, in which case you will then get larger, yes, larger physically. 2 seconds off your cooldowns, more strength, more protections, and cleaving auto attacks. Basic attack, 100% scaling, 20% intelligence. Driving strike, same thing as Smite 1. It's a push. It's a stun push. Your 2, I'm just going to go through them quickly because it's pretty similar to Smite 1. Not much needed to change with Hercules. You couldn't really have messed with much of this and still kept Hercules. Create a rift. It's a knock up at the far end. Same thing, 65% strength scaling. Your 3, immediately heal yourself for 165, gain attack speed and protections. At the end of the duration, heal yourself for a percentage of the damage taken. Oh, there we go. 20% attack speed, 40 protections, 44% of recent damage taken healed. And then your ult, there's a little bit change on the ult. If you hurl a boulder, displacing enemies straight up in the landing spot. So if you hit somebody with the boulder, they get knocked up for a brief period. That's pretty much the only change. Outside of that, the only big change really is his passive. Knock up, the push, heals. All of them are still auto attack resets. If you guys don't know what auto attack resets are, that's basically being like this auto in this auto, this sequence. See how that's much faster? That's what auto resets are. If I'm just autoing here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you can see how fast these next two are. Auto, auto. You see how much fast they are? And then obviously the combination to ensure that you're pairing autos in or knock them up. Auto, 3, auto. Whoops, my stuff was on cooldown. Sorry, let me do that again real quick. Knock them up. Auto, push, 3, auto. So 2, pull them to you. Auto, push, auto, 3, auto. And then at some point you can pair your ult in there and everything. You can bring them in, knock them up. Then you're going to get big here. So you see how I just got very big here. That removed time off of my cooldowns, right? I removed time off my cooldowns, and now I am big for a long time too. I have these cleaved autos. You can see the duration down there on the bottom left is going to show how long I'm going to stay like this. So right now I have cleaving autos. Cleaving autos means I'm going to hit any enemies in front of me at all. Very clean on the pre-fire times. On the pre-fire times, what I mean is everything feels very smooth when you're like doing this and you're moving, right? And then you're pushing them in a new spot. Everything just feels very intuitive. You can see there as an example of him getting knocked up and me transforming. It removed cooldowns. That's about it. There's not really much to compare. The new stuff is the getting bigger. It's a cool little perk for hitting all your abilities. Makes him really feel like a god, right? His 2 is the same as normal. If you hit it up close, it's not going to knock him up. His 3, using it strategically when you're going to take the bulk of the damage is really important. Using your 2 to cancel abilities as an example. It is a stun push, meaning that people that are displacement immune will not count, right? As examples, Ares and his flames on his 3. Anubis and his breath, his locust on his 1. Bacchus burp, where they're generally displacement immune. This does not count because it is a stun push, meaning you are canceling them out of the ability they are doing, and then you are pushing them. So it is a good tactic. You can cancel Anubis 1, you can cancel Ares 3, you can cancel Bacchus burp, and still get the CC. The knock up here, that is only if they are not displacement immune. So that is an example of something you would have to play around. Your ult will last a certain duration now. In Smite 1, it would be how many times it bounces or something along those lines. Now it will just stay for an entire duration. So you see how long it lasted. There is also one perk here too. So let me see if I can do it. So if I were to knock somebody up here, because the 2 does go through walls, in Smite 1, they would get knocked up and they would get caught like right here, and they would just go up and just come right back down. What happens now is they will actually kind of slide along the wall there. You see how it's a little bit different. In Smite 1, if this guy were to be behind the wall and I would knock him up, he would pretty much just go straight up and straight back down. Now, see how it kind of pulled him out? He will slide along the wall, which gives you a little bit more idea on how to counterplay around walls here. So if he was like along the edge of the wall, if this was Smite 1 and I knocked him up, right, he would just have gone up right here and came right back down. But now, depending on where the wall is, they will actually slide along the wall. Good base damage, good character, good survivability. He's very strong right now. Probably going to get some nerfs. That's about it. There's not anything super interesting or new about the character to talk about. Pretty much the same character as Smite 1 with a little bit of quality of life changes, which is good because you really don't want to change these characters, really. You know, if there's Hercules mains or people out there that really like this, there's no reason to change how the core of his kit works. It's just it's a very good kit. That's it. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Drop a comment if you guys have any questions. I'll be sure to drop a comment in response. And I will see you guys next video. Goodbye.